This is Taiwan. Mountainous on the east, populous on the west. The mountains of Taiwan make it the fourth highest island in the world. And while this is Taiwan, and so is this, when I think of Taiwan, I think of them. Taiwanese are some of the friendliest people in the world. Some of the hang-ups we have in the US, they don't have here. You can drink a beer in the street. You don't see a lot of beer at the dinner table here though. What you do see a lot of is tea. Taiwan is famous for their oolong tea, and of course their food. Some of their best tea comes from up here in the mountain region. And speaking of mountains, that's why I'm here. I'm joining this friendly group of journalists and photographers, and we're gonna ride a bicycle. From Yuanlin City on the west side of the island, to Sun Moon Lake, to Chingjing Farm, and we're going to summit at Wuling at almost 11,000 feet. We're going to cover 149 kilometers uphill in 4 days. And I haven't ridden a bike since 1998. GoPro asked if I would represent them in Taiwan for the Formosa 900 International Media Cycling event. And they're also sending Kat Appel, a talented filmmaker from Los Angeles, so she'll be my partner in crime. We arrived in Taiwan about a half day ahead of the rest of the group, so we spent a little time getting acclimated and doing some of the things that the locals do, like drinking a beer on the street. We met the other members of our group that evening, along with our tour guides, Min, Sunny, and Kevin. But before we ride a good distance, we gotta ride one of these. Hey Kat, don't you know it's dangerous to text and drive? This was all fun and games, but we gotta head back to the hotel. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow. The following morning, we had a quick breakfast and then it was right on our bikes. It feels a lot safer riding a bike in the city in Taiwan than it does in the US. Here's me establishing my right of way. Here's Kat establishing hers. We soon find ourselves in a lush green valley surrounded by mountains. Those mountains, a beautiful reminder of what's to come. Experiencing the sights, sounds, and smells are what make traveling by bicycle such a unique experience. And anyone who can should do it at least once in their life. Dining together means we get to know our cycling group better, since conversation on the road can be a little bit difficult. But this doesn't mean I didn't make an effort to converse with my new friends on the road, and first time I tried it, I almost ended up in a ditch. Sometimes being a people person can get me in a little bit of trouble.
I would have hit a little bit.
I just want to do some off-roading. I'm all right.
That would have been good footage, though.
As we approached the base of the mountains, we'd stop and take some photos and offer some encouraging words to our fellow riders as they would go by. I figured now was as good a time as any to let you know that when I was offered the choice of which bike to ride on this trip, I chose the e-bike. There's no way I'm going to go from pedestrian to cyclist in 2 weeks. And with that said, I knew I still had my work cut out for me. So the goal was to conserve my battery for only when I needed it, and so far I haven't. But are things about to change. This first hill tested everyone. My cycling friends back home told me that my butt would be tested on this trip, and right now, it's at odds with me. My right knee's inflamed, so it wants me to sit down on my seat, but my butt doesn't want to, so I had to alternate between the two on this last leg of this first stretch. Sun Moon Lake, a beautiful sight for sore butts. Look at this. What a beautiful sunrise. About to do this again. We're gonna ride around Sun Moon Lake, and then we have a free day after that, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of content today. This is gonna be super exciting for me. Not exciting for my butt though. As someone who doesn't cycle, my butt hurts. Alright, I know. Enough about my butt. So another morning with a quick breakfast and we headed straight to the event. Once we arrived, we realized just how big this event is and how many people take part in it. From seasoned cycling professionals to guys who kinda look like me. I think I finally found someone with less biking experience than myself. Then I quickly realized probably not. Everybody rides bikes here, and they all seem really good at it. It was time to begin cycling around the lake, and it's so stunningly beautiful here. Sometimes you have to just stop talking and take it in.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So awesome. Thank you.
That night, we browsed the night market vendors at Itathao. And enjoyed dinner at Full House Resort, where meats and vegetables were mixed with fruits in a really unique way. It was a perfect way to end a perfect day. Today will be our toughest test yet, a 53-kilometer climb to Chingjing Farm. It's customary in Asia that strangers who are traveling stop in front of your property. You offer them tea. This nice woman offered us tea to drink and purchase if we wanted to. A great way to take a rest is to stop and try some of the local oolong tea from the highlands of Taiwan.
Is this the way we go?
Yep.
Lunch was served at the Purple House restaurant where everything is purple and exotic pets are welcome. We arrived in Chingjing Farm just in time for the sunset of the year. All right, here we go on our last trip up to Wuling, Taiwan. So it's gonna be crazy. We arrived in Wuling before breakfast. I thought this parking lot was another rest stop, and when they started packing the bikes away, I didn't want it to end. I would have never thought I'd see myself standing here on the top of this mountain, and for that, I'll be forever grateful. It just goes to show what you can accomplish when your butt says it can't go on any longer. You tell your butt to take a back seat. Mountain conquered. Next stop, Taipei. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Oh, hey, Tyler, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
I climbed that mountain.
Woohoo!
did.
All right, good job. We knew you could do it.
Aw, thanks for the support, guys.
You're the man, Tyler.
I'm excited to be in Taipei. One of the main reasons I'm excited is I get to meet a friend I've known for years on social media but have never met. This is Johnny Lowe, family man, dentist, GoPro guru, and quite a tour guide. We couldn't wait to shoot GoPro footage together, so we got right to it. We geeked out on camera stuff until the early morning hours, and then I realized I gotta get to bed. I've got another really fun day in Taipei tomorrow. Today, we're in the Rufang district. This is the remains of the 13 levels, otherwise known as the Shunindong Smelter, and that's really hard for me to say for some reason. This is a glimpse of the past, when copper and gold mining in the area helped some of the local villages thrive. And one of those villages is Jiufen, where we had lunch at Ame Tea House, explored the shops, and the famous stairway. This hilly town proved that, bicycle or not, today was going to be one filled with exercise. Next, we visited Shiding Old Street, a place with century-old tofu shops where you can purchase a knife from a local blacksmith, see a covered tunnel-like street, and houses built on stilts to not waste any land during the coal mining boom. Aside from coal, this is a tea town. And she is a tea master. And she's here to teach us rookies tea etiquette. We learned about Wansho Baozhang Oolong tea from the local Shiding district, as well as a honey-sweetened black tea. She taught us which hand to use for what and why, and how to clean up our mess when we realized being a tea master isn't something we're all cut out for. All this pressure to not spill piping hot water on ourselves or in our neighbor's lap has made us all pretty hungry. So next up is Din Tai Fung. Each soup dumpling has exactly 18 folds, everything to the strictest detail. It tastes like magic. And what a place to experience our final dinner together in Taiwan. With the last dumpling filled with chocolate truffle lava bursting in my mouth, the melancholy starts to set in as I realize this is likely when most of us will go our separate ways. I'm so thankful for the experiences I've had on this trip. I'd like to thank my friend Johnny, GoPro Taiwan, and GoPro Ammo for the hospitality. Thanks to Min, Sunny, and Kevin from Giant Adventure for keeping us safe and for making fun of me when my camera was attached to my forehead like a giant unicorn. The twists and turns of an adventure to another country reminds us all that no matter where we're from on this little blue planet, we're all the same. So thank you to the Taiwan Tourism Bureau for an amazing trip. Thanks to GoPro for sending me, and thanks to Kat for always having my back.
Awesome. Bring it in. Go.
Thank you, Taiwan. I hope to see you again soon.